Getting your broker authority. Believe it or not, but getting your freight broker authority will not be the hardest part of your business venture. You just need to follow the steps outlined by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. So what is a broker authority? A broker authority is a license issued and granted by the FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, that allows a company to arrange the transportation of cargo belonging to others by using for-hire carriers to provide the actual transportation of the cargo. You can apply for two most common types of broker authority: broker of property and broker of household goods. Here's how the FMCSA defines them. Broker of property, except for household goods, is an individual, a partnership, or a corporation that receives payment for arranging the transportation of property, except the household goods, belonging to others by using an authorized motor carrier. A broker does not assume responsibility for the property and never takes possession of it. Broker of household goods. An individual, partnership, or corporation that receives payment for arranging the transportation of household goods belonging to others by using an authorized motor carrier. A broker does not assume responsibility for the household goods and never takes possession of the goods. Household goods are personal items and property that will be used in the home. An individual, partnership, or corporation requires registration as a household goods broker if the motor carrier providing transportation will also provide some or all of the following additional services: binding or non-binding estimates, inventorying, protective packing and unpacking of individual items at personal residences, and loading and unloading at personal residences. In our opinion, becoming the property broker allows you the most flexibility from the business development standpoint, and therefore in the future lessons we shall assume that you're operating as a property broker. So what is the first step toward getting your license? First, you need to complete an application called OP1 form. Please note, after December 12, 2005, physical OP series forms can only be used to apply for additional authorities, not for the initial registration with FMCSA. First-time applicants must use the Unified Registration System, URS. This means that you will need to go through an online application process on the FMCSA website. You can learn more by following the link below. If you would like to go straight to the registration, you can use the following link. During the registration process, you will be asked to complete information related to your future business. In order to get a better idea as to what information you will need to provide, you can download and print a physical OP1 form, which is attached in this lesson. In order to proceed with your application, you will need to pay an application fee of $300. At this point, you will be issued a number. However, it will not be active. Now your application is going to be reviewed. For household goods broker applications, information is carefully reviewed and in many cases verified in order to protect the general public. If your application is incomplete or contains serious errors, it will be rejected and you will have to start over. If your application has passed the review, you must file a BMC-84 or a BMC-85 form, which show that you have posted a $75,000 surety bond or placed an equal amount in a designated trust account. Since this is a complex and expensive process, we shall discuss it in greater detail in the next lesson. However, in the meantime, let's assume you have secured your surety bond. Another form you have to file is called BOC3, Designation of Agent for Service of Process. A process agent is an individual who will accept legal documents on your behalf in the state of their registration and then forward them to you. Brokers are required to designate such agent for each state where they might have offices or sign contracts. There is a $50 filing fee for the BOC3 form. Once all the forms are filled, Your application will be posted on the FMCSA register for 10 days in order to ensure there are no protests against your application. If there are any protests, then the application is delayed until they're resolved. If there are no protests, then your authority becomes active and your Freight Broker Authority certificate is issued. Now, if this process seems to be too difficult and you don't feel like dealing with all the paperwork on your own, there are many companies dealing with FMCSA compliance that for a reasonable fee can assist you with filing all of the above stated documents. If you would like a recommendation, please send us an email and we will provide you with a contact for one of those companies. And now, let's move on to the next lesson and talk about the required $75,000 surety bond.